Alright guys, welcome back to another video where we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price action, and we have finally gotten the sweep of $56,000 that we have been talking about. We were planning for this and we did get it pretty pixel perfectly. We didn't fulfill the single print, so that could be a sign that, we're going to go fill that later on. There are still more levels to the downside, like the 52,500. Lots of places we can still go lower, but I will say, when you look at your altcoin charts and fractals of last cycle, I do see the case where this is where it all starts. This is where the big altcoin season begins, and we could be going into the big fall months where you normally see some pretty large gains over here in crypto. But all of that will be wagered on whether unemployment comes in better or worse than expectations. If we go over here to the 4x calendar, you can see we're 2 days away from getting that next unemployment rate, and tomorrow we get some unemployment claims. So this is some very pertinent data to watch. Let's see what unemployment claims does. I think if this beats expectations, then you're going to see the markets rally. If this fails to beat expectations or goes below expectations, which would mean unemployment is rising, then that's where you probably do sweep down lower. Probably going to grab 52K, something like that. And even if that data does come out good, this is not where you should be FOMOing into positions, because this is a bearish structure already. So you can see this is a swing failure of these highs back here. Until we can get back above this, this is definitely a point of resistance that we want to be watching for. So we'll see what happens. Kind of at the point of control right now. If we go over to the trading view, you can see this is a big volume node that we're sitting just above. So we're actually above support. So as long as we can hold this, that's going to look very good for us to get back above some of these higher levels. And I think if we can start getting some higher highs within here, I can be pretty confident this is the low. So far though, this could just be a bearish retracement. We need some more confirmation of higher highs, not just a grab of this liquidity. So let's see if we can get some higher highs on higher term time frames to confirm this is your low. Until then, just be cautious, just be watching these volume levels. Assuming we can hold this, probably going to be pretty bullish for us, and we could start a big move to leave those bears in disbelief. I do think a September rally is in the cards. Once again, just depending on what that unemployment data says. You can see when we got the sweep down here, we actually had volume confluence as well. So this is what I used to actually take a long position. While I was bullish at these lows back here, I said I was going to be patient for any sort of leveraged positions. I was waiting for the sweep of this, and we got a really nice structural edge. So I went ahead and took that. You can see it's a swing low, swing high, golden pocket retracement. Didn't quite get all the way down to the golden pocket, but I don't place blind limits. I wait for price to react. Once I saw the reaction on volume, I went ahead and took it right there. So yeah, in a nice long from the lows. We'll see if I can get away with it, or if we're going to come sweep down a little bit lower. Either way, I'm not really too worried about it. I think the next target is all-time highs. The base case remains the same after whatever consolidation period we're in right now does end. I don't think we're going into the bear market quite yet. I think we're going into a big rally for election season. A lot of that is based off of sentiment in the markets right now. I have not seen sentiment this bad since 2023. So yeah, cannot get bearish at all. If we go to the altcoin market total 3, we can see we are starting to show some strength over here. You can see this monthly point of control. We are flipping that into support now. So while, yes, the altcoin market was looking a little bearish for a second, we have gotten back above support, just grabbed these lows, and now we want to see this hold. From now on, I would not be surprised to see altcoin season, right? Bitcoin dominance dropping. We go over here to the Bitcoin dominance, and we're still just hitting up against these highs here. I've been saying this might be the top for Bitcoin dominance. We might see that big euphoria into more risk on assets. But yeah, overall, I like that we're seeing strength resume back over here on total 3. We also see the opposite of strength resuming back in the dollar, which is something that is inversely correlated with crypto. To see the dollar coming down right now is a very good sign. I was a little bit worried when we got back above support. I don't know why my support's not in the chart anymore, but essentially you have these range lows within here. Let me draw them out a little bit nicer. You can see I was just taking these from Wix within here and just trying to find where value was, and I think this actually works out pretty well right here, and you can see flipping that into resistance now. So I think this is actually a little bit better than what I had previously on the charts. I think previously I was taking it from these wick lows within there. So we have these 3 levels, time-based levels on the dollar, and rejecting this is a very good sign. If that holds as the top, then coming back down and falling into no man's land, which is what this volume is right here, could signal the start of an epic rally in crypto where Bitcoin goes to multiple hundreds of millions of dollars. No, of course, my case is very conservative. I think while I am very bullish, I'm going to say first target is going to be all-time highs, but not anything more than that. something like that. Arbitrarily, that's where the market would top out on the macro if we're strictly basing it off of liquidity. But we'll see if we have a lot of true buyers and support from the market participants. This could fire off and go to a couple $100,000, and I wouldn't be too surprised either way. But with unemployment coming up, with the inverted yield curve starting to come back up whenever that crosses the zero line, that normally indicates recessions. The SOM roll is already starting to indicate recessions. I do think a recession is happening sooner rather than later, so I don't think the 4-year cycle is going to play out. Like, I don't think we're going into 2025, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a massive rally through the end of this year. Seasonally, that would make a lot of sense. Election season, we could even push into 2025 maybe a little bit, but I don't think we're making it through that summer, right? I would say very best case scenario, we're looking to top out around springtime of 2025, but we'll see. Only time will tell when it comes to that. Can't really predict the future. But yeah, overall, this structurally looks very good for a low being in. I think that it could be the time where we rotate back up to the top of this range and go for this topside liquidity. Potentially, do we have another rejection at some volume before coming back up? Do we range sideways for a little bit? Potentially, right? September is not normally the bullish month, but we could see something out of the norm for sure, especially, once again, just with that economic data. Let's see what that comes out to tomorrow. Keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, as I always do. And if you have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Below that link is a VIP Discord specifically for leveraged trading. If you want to know how I actually got into that long position at the lows, I post my trades in there and all the confluences I use, but it is not a signals group. That's to provide value, such as trading guides, confluence trackers, just a bunch of stuff that I'm spending my own time on to help you guys out. So there's that. Check it out. 25% off right now. Decide if it's worth your money or not. And then also definitely make sure to check out my exchange partners linked in the description down below to get yourself some exclusive rewards and bonuses using my referral links to sign up. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.